What is up, AFC South fans? Man, what a weekend it was. Sounds like we've got a full-blown quarterback controversy in Houston. Love to see
Hey,
it. Jags beat the brakes off the Chargers, and the Colts coming off of a bye. Let me bring the fellas in. Ruben, Michael, Dalton, Derek, fellas, so good to see you. It looks like no cruise for you this week, huh, Dalton? You just staying home, staying low this week, huh?
Yeah, man, no visits to the sacred island that's been making a lot of popularity lately. So I'm just
oh,
chilling at no, I'm joking, chilling at home this week. Pretty off time joke, but it's okay. It's the AFC South Roundtable. There's no rules in the AFC South Roundtable, okay, and that's why we stick together here.
no rules.
There are no rules. Ruben looking very Elvis. I like it. I love the hair.
Appreciate it.
Looking good, look good. Derek, listen, you don't even have to play a game. You're atop the division. I know you're still feeling good.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. And Michael seems to be our full-time Titans host at this point. Red Ranger / Michael. How you doing, brother?
With the way everything's going, I could complain, but I think I'll just sit on that for a little bit, and then I'll just jettison that projectile all over the place since everybody's going to join us.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Well, listen, let's recap last week's games, and then we'll get into this upcoming week's games, including a Thursday night football matchup. We're going to start with the winning side of the Texans-Titans game, 16-13, close game. Ruben, talk to me about what you saw from your Houston Texans, brother.
Yeah, the Houston Texans, even though they do get the win and sweep Tennessee, it was a very ugly win. There was moments where you kind of got wary. There was a big 3rd and 16 that Cam Ward converted where he just chunked it down towards the end zone. It gets caught. They score. Thank the man above that Davis Mills was able to lead a game-winning field goal drive, but it was a rocky one against Tennessee. However, in the quarters 3 and 4, your defense has started to show up. Will Anderson Jr., a sack. Daniil Hunter, a sack and a half. They are now 7-2 when both of them get to the quarterback. Davis Mills, he looked good. It wasn't nothing spectacular, but he did enough to go ahead and get you the W. Shout out to our new kicker, Matt Wright. Game winner, Nico Collins had another solid day, 90 yards. Nico Collins, man, and Davis Mills, the last 2 weeks, their connection just has been one of the reasons why you are, 2-0 under Davis Mills right now. And it should be that way. Span number 12, he's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. You have a short week coming up against Buffalo, but as of right now, you're back to 500. You're in the race. And after starting 0-3, the Houston Texans, their last 7 games are 5-2. So somehow they are back and have an opportunity on Thursday to, just to further that race. But to be here at 500-0-0 after starting 0-3, it's crazy to say.
Well, talk to me about Davis Mills. I mean, how long you've got that CJ Stroud cutout behind you? How long until you replace that with the Davis Mills one? I'm just
Mills Mafia, they've been chatting the last 2 weeks. If Davis Mills, because it looks like Davis Mills is going to be out there again against Buffalo, if he does get this win, oh my God, Mills Mafia is going to be just chancing, just change quarterbacks. I think Davis Mills has done some good things with his offense. Still, sometimes the offense looks like it has, even with CJ Stroud, being in 3rd and long, offensive line not really playing good. You get to the red zone, you don't score, you go for it on 4th down, you get sacked. So still the problems that were there with CJ are there with Davis Mills, but he's made some plays, right? You go back to the 26-0 comeback in the 4th quarter against Jacksonville, a 3rd and 10 run using his legs to put the score ahead. And then, in this game, just doing just enough to get the Houston Texans in field goal position. Now you're 2-0. So he is doing backup quarterback things. He's one of the highest paid backup quarterbacks in the league. Is there a quarterback controversy? I don't think so. But, of course, there's always those other sides of, this conversation where, of course, there should be a quarterback controversy.
Well, talk to me about the defense because I mean, speaking of good players missing on offense, we can talk about C.J. Stroud, but Petrie, listen, Petrie like all by himself, I felt like beat the 49ers. So I know how good of a player he is. The fact that he's been out a couple weeks, you guys were able to still do what you needed to do on defense. But when can we expect Jalen Petrie to be back? Do we feel like it's something that once they get through this Thursday night game, we should be looking forward to him getting back? What exactly is going on with Petrie?
Yeah, so it looks like Petrie will be able to go this Thursday against Buffalo, which you absolutely need him because Josh Allen likes to run the football, and Jalen Petrie is, he's one of the hardest hitting safeties. I think everyone should be ready to go except for C.J. Stroud. The Houston Texans, they are, they're taking time with C.J. I did not think, though, concussion would have him out, 3 weeks, but it was reported by DJ Bieniemy that he will be back against Derek Logger's team, the Indianapolis Colts. So that's going to be a fun matchup. So Houston Texans, they're in the thick of it. We know what we need to do to get to 10 wins and sneak into a wild card game. So thank God that Jalen Petrie is coming back on Thursday. You're going to need him against Josh Allen.
Well, correction real quick. I mean, unless something is that I read is off, I could have sworn that D'Amico ruled out Petrie and C.J. Stroud. Am I tripping on that? I swear I read that somewhere.
I know he ruled out Stroud. I didn't hear.
Yeah, they ruled out Stroud. Let me check the injury report real quick. If Petrie is not out there, that would not be good for this defense. So Petrie, the last 2 days was limited. So I guess we'll still have to see. Maybe the chat will tell us, but you need him there. It's going to be in Houston. Battle Red Day with those red helmets. It's going to be fun.
Okay, CBS Sports is reporting it, so I'm just throwing it out there.
No worries on me.
I don't know. Jalen Petrie, that's gonna be a big one, man. Because Josh Allen started to come alive last week. But here's the thing about Josh Allen.
Did you see Josh Allen play against Houston last year?
Well, I was just gonna say Josh Allen really struggles against the Texans, and he will give you chances. So we'll talk about that game more in depth. But I just know Jalen Petrie's a really, really good player. So I mean, as much as we talk about C.J. Stroud, Petrie's there. One more player that I have to ask you about, a guy that has not been there all season long. I asked you about him a few weeks ago. Yes. What is he? Is he done? You believe this whole season? What's going on?
I said it last time that, I don't think he's going to play football for you again. And I am still remaining on that. Nick Casario, I think, said earlier today that he is out until he's out. And, I just think his time as a Houston Texan has come to an end. You save quite a bit of money releasing him after this year. He had a good 1 year with Houston, but from what we heard, he tried some experimental surgery, that's kind of not really liked by the weapon, Derek.
I don't know if you guys said it already, but it's confirmed Petrie is out for Thursday night's game.
Okay.
So he didn't clear protocol today. So he had to clear it today or else he wasn't able to go in. So
there you go.
A concussion knocking you out 3 weeks is crazy, but I mean,
he could have potentially played on Sunday had he had some extra time to be able to do it because he might have been better tomorrow or would have been better Thursday.
Why does it feel like whenever a Texans player gets a concussion, it takes him forever to come back?
Forever. I'm looking at Aaron Wilson's tweet. And the latest that he has on Jalen Petrie is that he's trying to take steps forward. But I'm just going to assume he's out.
It's not his second concussion this year, is it?
No. It's his first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That begs the question. I got a question for you later. So remind me, Derek, to ask you, speaking of concussions. All right. Well, listen, it sounds like Joe Mixon may not play another snap.
Some experimental surgery that he did in his rodding or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've all done some weird experimental stuff with our bodies, haven't we?
We've all done
right.
it.
Chill out, bud. You just got back from it. Anyways, all right. Michael. Michael, good to see you, brother. Your Titans were on the other end of that loss. Very, very close game, man. If somehow, some way the Titans had pulled that one off, it would have been a fun show today. Although I don't know if you even want them to win at this point. I feel like you're trying to get the best draft pick. So I don't know what would have been better, but at the very least, it would have made for an interesting roundtable had the Titans won this one. But they didn't. 16-13 game was very, very close. Michael, from your perspective, talk about this from the Titans side of the house.
Well, I mean, from the perspective of just Cam Ward growing as a player and going out there and just consistently having the opportunity to try and just improve week to week, it was kind of an up and down situation right up until that final game tying drive. So, I really feel that Cam Ward's just coming along the best that he can in the situation that he's in. Coaching wise, you're just waiting to get to the end of the season, and then they can finally get their guy paired up with Cam Ward and get him just acclimated to where he needs to get to. So this game, it's really just flashes. You get to see a little good from him. You get to see things that he desperately needs to improve, like footwork, shoulder placement, basic fundamental stuff. But I mean, it's nothing that can't be improved with the right head coach. Downside is the Titans end up losing Calvin Ridley for the year with a fibula injury. So, when it rains, it pours. And, shout out to the defense. They did a solid job the entire game, keeping the Houston offense in check, basically up until that final drive. I mean, you can't stop Nico Collins when he needs to be clutch, and give Nico Collins his roses when he has the opportunity to make a play. But, all in all, shout out right there. But respect on all ends. It was a great hard fought matchup. I think with Tennessee at this point, you're just trying to go in and just see what you can improve on, where they're going to need to add value in the draft, where they're going to have to try and find somebody that's going to fill some of these holes that they need desperately. Obviously, the wide receiver position is going to be a big hole that's going to have to get filled, especially in the offseason, whether they decide to move off of Ridley and potentially add younger just playmakers to grow with Cam Ward. So, at this point, I'm just kind of just waiting and seeing what happens with the whole situation that's on hand. But, if they win a game at this point, it wouldn't surprise me because there's a couple winnable games on that schedule. But realistically, you're just trying to find improvement each week. And, Cam Ward, it's not a fantastic week, not a terrible week, but, there's growth.
There was a bet made before the season, and I don't remember the exact details, but are you trending to lose that bet still at this point? I know you were a couple weeks ago when it comes to Cam Ward stats.
I've got 9 more to go, so I've got time.
Okay. Okay.
And I will gladly thank that $100 donation for the food pantry. So,
Yeah. All right.
Fair enough. I think now we know why Michael's shown up on this show more than Rossi. I think we're starting to see the clear picture.
It's all, you might need it to pay for that jersey. Is that what you're saying?
I can dish whatever.
Oh, speaking of, big Jags fans entered the back of the stage here. We'll get to you, big Jags fan. Don't you worry. He heard his name and he came running. So here we go. I absolutely love it. Speaking of those Jags, though, Dalton, my guy, you guys, wow. Talk about belt to ass. Jaguars beat the brakes off the Chargers 35-6. And I will say, at least for me, the most impressive side of this game was the ability to put up 35 points against that defense. I think the Chargers defense is pretty good. And really, when you think of the Chargers, or when I think of the Chargers and I think of Harbaugh, I just think of a well-coached team that whether they win or lose, they're usually in these games. The fact that you guys were able to come in, beat them 35-6 was extremely impressive, and did it in a game that it was much, much needed. Jags had been on a little bit of a skid here. There was the injury to Henry, and it was just, there was so much going on, yet everything gets silenced at least for 1 week. You know how the NFL works. 35-6, man. Talk to me about how your Jags got this done.
Yeah, this was really a huge game for Liam Cohen here to figure out how to respond to what happened in Houston the week before. The Jaguars were facing 500 right in the mouth, right? After, they haven't been 500 since going 1-1 on the season. So there were big stakes here, and it wasn't an easy opponent. I mean, you're playing against a team that was 7-3 going into that game, and a team that is currently would be the number, I think, 5 seed in a wild card if the season were to end. And yeah, they came out there and just everybody had a good game. I mean, first of all, shout out to the pass rush. I know some Chargers offensive linemen were out, but they were going after him, pressuring Justin Herbert. The guy was under duress all day. Justin Herbert was also their leading rusher with like 15 yards rushing. So like they shut down the run game, and offensively, just Liam Cohen was in his bag just when it comes to dialing up good run plays, when it comes to just really good passing plays. There were a lot of really good third down conversions and just the really, really long drives. I mean, the Jaguars, the first drive of the second half, like drove like 7+ minutes downfield for a touchdown. Justin Herbert goes 3 and out. And then after that, the Jaguars have another like 7-minute drive. So basically, Justin Herbert got the ball back in the fourth quarter, only playing 3 snaps that half. And the Jaguars were just in control the whole game. I think their time of possession was something like, I forget exactly what it is. I don't want to misspeak here, but it was pretty insane. The numbers, 38 first downs versus 8 first downs for the other team. So it was really wild. And really this, could really be a turning point for the season. And I know, I'm going to give you guys a little history here. In 2006, the Colts won their last Super Bowl, right? That year, the Jaguars defeated the Colts 44-17. And you know what Peyton Manning said after the season? That game was the most important game for the Colts that season because it really made them wake up to realize what they're doing wrong and what they need to do better. That's what the Houston Texans did for the Jaguars last week. I appreciate them for doing what they needed to do because that's going to propel the Jaguars. The Jaguars in the next 2 games, they're going to beat the Cardinals. They're going to beat the Titans. You look at the Colts, they are going to lose to the Chiefs. They are going to get a big assist from hopefully Davis Mills and the Texans are going to beat the Colts. And when Indy comes to Jacksonville in December, the Jaguars are going to beat them to take over first place in the AFC South. You heard it here first.
Wow.
What 1 week is
Ooh.
in the NFL is like a year.
Even if you guys did beat us, would you even still be there ahead of us? I don't think you would.
What
He's got you losing 3 straight.
Because we would have the same divisional record.
What about your conference? Who did you guys lose to?
I was going to say, we've only lost to the Steelers, so that's 1 loss in the AFC.
Well, we had 3
But it-
NFC games. You guys only have 1, right? You guys only played the
we have
Rams?
1 loss against the Rams and 1 loss against the Steelers. So we should still be ahead of
Well,
you,
Steelers
even
are
if
AFC.
we were to
Steelers
lose.
are AFC.
But then
mister.
again, if we lose to the Texans the week prior to that, and then you guys come in, I think you'd have a better divisional record.
But we have a better record than you guys. We have a better record than you guys if we won. We'd have a better record than you guys. We're 2 games back right now.
You gotta wait a little bit before you can,
No, I'm calling it now. We're not losing to the Cardinals. We're not losing to the Titans.
Weeks away.
You guys still have like the Seahawks. You guys still have the 49ers. You guys still have hard
I
teams.
know we still got like the 3rd
Chiefs.
toughest schedule of anyone else in the remainder of the year.
We
be
got
all
the first.
So it's gonna be fun. Look, we get to play the Jets. We get to play the Titans twice. We get to play the Cardinals. We got all our hard games out of the way. Okay, we got the Colts a couple times. We have the Broncos, which I don't know. Broncos, they win games, but I've watched them play 2 full games the last 4 weeks. All they really do well, I feel like, is rush the passer. They're insane at getting sacks. Outside of that, they struggle.
Which is crazy given the fact that they didn't sack Daniel Jones once, which is crazy to think about given how crazy they've been this year at getting sacks.
Yeah,
So.
but it's gonna be fun. Like this AFC South roundtable is about to get nuts.
It's about to get nasty.
Must be nice.
Well, it was going to be, it must be nice. It was going to be fun until you just gave us your next 3 weeks predictions. Thanks for that, Dalton. I mean, the Colts are going to lose 3 in a row. You're going to win 3 in a row. I mean, what's the point of the show at this point? We already know what's going to happen. We'll see you in week 15.
Yeah, so I got to give a huge shout out to the Texans. Thank you for last week. Also, hopefully Davis Mills is playing quarterback against them because they're going to beat the Colts if so, and it's going to be absolutely wild over here in the AFC
It's going to
South
be nasty
roundtable.
when we play Daniel Jones. I cannot wait.
I can't wait. They've been ducking us for too long, Ruben.
Dude, I'm
Fucking
telling
you.
you.
We're
we've been-
coming
we've-
for you. I
we've
can't
been-
wait. Hey, listen, all I'm saying is when we put belt to ass against all y'all, I'm coming on here with a belt. All right. So make sure y'all be careful. All right.
I don't know. Like the Jaguars and
asses.
Texans have been smacking each other in the mouth, and you've been over here playing patty cake with the Titans. Okay, we're coming. We're coming.
Nope. No.
Isn't it amazing,
I'm
folks,
just-
how
I'm
last
just
week?
gunning for that number
Isn't
one
it
spot.
amazing, folks, that last week this guy was devastated? This guy had no faith in his team whatsoever, and now all of a sudden they
True.
blow
I
out
do
the
remember this.
Chargers, and he's like, "We're coming for all of you. We're coming for this division." Like, I love it. I love it.
I have to admit, I'm a little bit emotional.
It was
A
It's
little.
very
I'm
somber
telling you,
last
it
week. Very
changes
somber.
from week to week, man. It changes from week to week. This is a week to week league.
And I love
love
it. I started out 0-3, bro. I was like, my season's over by Halloween. Now I'm back in the hunt. I'm like, I don't care what happens, bro. I'm having a great time.
Yes, sir.
And Michael, how's Tankathon going? Where you guys at right now?
We going for the number one spot, son.
Hey, there you go.
Just love it. I love this area that we're all in.
Hey, we always need an AFC South team to be picking number one. That's tradition, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all of you had the Titans as third in the division this year and had me dead last. So
Yeah, in August it's kind of fun to mess with you.
That
That was
was-
all we had.
yeah,
that was
yeah,
the only thing. That was the only thing we had going. We're over here ranking wide receiver cores.
they
and
all
shit.
didn't
We had to do
actually
something.
mean their predictions. They just did it just to mess with me. That's pretty much it.
Oh, it was
Just a
fun, man.
troll.
You were emotional
No, you
about
were
Anthony
trolling too.
Richardson.
You hated Daniel Jones.
Yeah, you were openly rooting against
Wasn't
him in
happy
the
with him
preseason.
at first, but hey,
You were like, I can't wait till this weekend. I'm going to root against Daniel Jones. It's going to be awesome.
He proved me wrong, man.
And it was
I love it.
preseason game 1, by the way.
A lot of
No one
things
could
have
have
changed.
predicted that Daniel Jones was going to look like this. Okay, nobody could have.
Yeah, what branch timeline are we in?
I will say last week, Dalton, you were very somber. It was like, well, before the season, I said we're an 8-win team, and maybe we've been overachieving. And now it's like, oh my God, we're going to win the division, and we're coming for you. Colts are losing. Like, I love it. This is great, man.
I mean,
This
it's
is
all in the
great.
script. It's all in the script, okay?
I want a new
Well,
script. Damn it.
I wish we were together for one of these two matchups, either the Texans Colts or Jags Colts.
Jags
Oh,
Colts would be a game, man.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not allowed to
can't
go to
wait for
Houston.
that.
So
Houston Colts is going to be a good one. I thought there's some Colts fan that was getting everybody to believe that the Colts Houston match was going to give flex to Sunday Night Football coming up here in the next few weeks, but I don't think that's happening. So,
dude,
I
they
wish
should
you
flex
would.
our game after you guys go 0-2 and we go 2-0 and it's for first place in AFC South. Oh, that'd be lit.
No, you
They
know
just
what?
let the Cowboys and Raiders play on Monday Night Football, so I don't know if they're going to flex anything. Go
No, you
ahead.
know what? I'm calling out the NFL right now. NFL, a few weeks from now, Browns, Titans. I dare you to flex it. I dare you to flex
please
it.
flex it. Please.
Shador versus Cam Ward.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're best friends. Those guys love each other. It'll be great. All right, listen, Derek, you guys were on a bye week this week. I always like to ask bye week, you guys are coming out. You said it was at the perfect time. You were getting some guys healthy. Talk to me about some of that health. I know that Buckner's going to be down. That's still a big, big hurt for you guys. Do you think that Charvarius Ward has a chance to come out and play coming out of this bye week?
We unfortunately won't know until till tomorrow. His more about his status, because Steichen didn't really want to give anything on that. He obviously has to come out of protocol. And it's been, about 5 weeks since he's had that last concussion. So he should be able to. I know that earlier this 2 weeks ago when the Colts were going to Germany, I know that he was doing some field work off to the side, not participating in practice, but, doing some stuff otherwise. So, I mean, it's a good sign that he's close to it. But yeah, unfortunately, we won't know whether or not Charvarius Ward will be back until, here in the next couple of days. But I really hope that he will be back, because obviously you're going to face the Kansas City Chiefs coming up here. And, with the loss of DeForest Buckner, which you're probably going to lose him for at least the next 3 games, really hoping that Ward will be able to be available for that. And, somebody in the chat just said it, and I want to take a second to, he was actually talking about the loss of his daughter the other day. He lost his daughter. I don't even remember when. I think it was
last
a year.
It was last year. Yeah, it was last year with the 49ers.
You know, he was in the midst of this whole week. He was putting a bunch of stuff on Instagram saying, you know, how he just didn't know how he was going to deal with all this anymore. And I felt it's terrible that he still has to deal with that. So again, prayers for you, Ward, seriously, for, you know, everything that you're going through. I know it's something that, you know, you can never really tell anyone how to deal with that, but I certainly hope he will be able to be back on the football field here soon, because obviously dealing with that and not being able to play at the same time can be a bad mixture.
Yeah, that was I remember when all that went down last year. It was awful. You know, It was awful. He literally said when they were going to bring him, they asked him in the offseason, like the exit interviews, is, you know, are you going to come back to the 49ers? And he said, there's too much PTSD here in California for me to play for the 49ers going forward. So a big decision in him leaving was not the fact that he didn't want to be a 49er, but him and his family couldn't do it because of what had happened there. He just didn't want to be there anymore. So, awful situation. I hope he can play football again. I really do. He's a really, really awesome guy. Very good player. You guys certainly could use him. And that secondary is going to have to be on point, because speaking of ex-49ers, man, Buckner's out there. He was an absolute baller for you guys. And I know that Metabike this year had a neck injury himself, and now there's conversations about his career might be over, and we'll see what's going on with Buckner. But, you know, being out a couple weeks, man, that's worrisome with the neck injury. You just never know how those things are going to play out. So we've seen it with guys like Cam Chancellor and what have you as well. So
no doubt. Yeah. I mean, and who knows if he's going to even be back after the time he's done being on IR. Cause you know, they said that Steichen said that he believes he will be back this year. So he typically doesn't say that unless he knows for sure if something is true. But they absolutely expect him to be back. Now, when is that? I have no idea. But, you know, Buckner is one of the few guys that you really didn't want to lose on that defense, because he's the strongest unit on that defensive line. And, you know, and of course, too, with the fact that the bye week for the Indianapolis Colts, it didn't go well for us. I mean, literally every single possible thing that could have favored the Colts in this bye week didn't happen. Obviously, UCF's team and Ruben's team winning this week. So obviously it's coming back to within a couple games now of first place in the division. And then on top of it, to have the Patriots win this week, and then, of course, the Broncos to win as well, not only putting those two teams ahead of us now in the standings, but also in the fact that now we have to face the Kansas City Chiefs, who they're on their last limb. I mean, they have to start winning games if they want a chance at being able to make it into the playoffs, because the Jaguars are going to have an easier schedule going forward. Houston's starting to finally catch momentum, and the Ravens are starting to catch momentum. So if the Kansas City Chiefs don't figure it out, they're not going to make it in. And so they got to start locking in. And, you know, Mahomes is going to have to pull some Aaron Rodgers type stuff here, or it's like, we're going to run the table. We got to lock in. And I'm certainly hoping that that's not going to be the case when we go to Arrowhead here this next week.
Did you say Chiefs in playoffs, Derek?
Mm-hmm.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Oh,
you kidding me?
Oh, you were just sitting on that one.
I'm just hoping we can win a game. Are you kidding?
Now tell me the Bears are what you thought they were.
I might have that one. Hold on, let me see. Oh no, I don't know if I got that one. I got it straight cash, homie. I'm a man, I'm 40. I don't think I got the Bears are who they thought we were. Yeah, sorry about that one.
One of the most underrated sound bits. I love the Mike Tomlin, never say never, but never. That's got to go on there.
Well, listen, we're going to get to these super chats. We're going to get to Big Jags fan, but first we got to hear from our first sponsor. That is Sleeper. Get a 100% deposit match using promo code RTS. And right now, if you use promo code RTS, you also are going to get a free $20 play. You don't even have to make a deposit. So definitely go check out Sleeper, the fastest growing fantasy app out there. Thursday night football game. That's what we got loaded. Bills, Texans. So Ruben, you're going to help me make these picks this week. I got to know, first of all, we're going to go with Josh Allen more than a half a passing yard. That's a given. So we're going with that. What are you seeing here on the Texans side of things that you are you're liking here?
Can we go Nico Collins targets?
Ooh, Nico Collins. Let me see what we got.
You're going to make him do some poking around here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Very good receptions
right there.
Receptions.
Do that.
Yeah.
Nico Collins, 5.5 receptions.
I'd rather just take the yards.
Okay. Okay. That's a lot of
I know,
work
you
here
gotta
to
go
get
back
back
out.
to the yards. Hold on a second.
My fault.
No, you're
We
good.
can talk about
Just
something
figure
else
it
while
out.
he's doing that.
Okay.
Let's
Yards 76 and a half?
Yeah,
More?
more.
Okay.
Let's go Will Anderson Jr. a sack. He has a
Okay.
sack in 5 straight games.
Okay.
Oh, there he goes right there. All right, that's good.
And then
Should we fade Josh
Ooh,
Allen on the
55 and a
passing
half
TDs?
yards for James Cook.
yeah, it's been hard to run the football against Houston. And I think the past 6 games, no quarterback's thrown over 200 yards against the Texans defense. Let's go with Dawson Knox over on yards. We don't have Jalen Petrie.
Okay. Go more there. All right, perfect. Let's submit that.
You know, my
We'll
dad
put
a
10
couple
on
weeks
it.
ago was doing the Jags-Texans game on here, and he was like, oh, Nick Chubb, 10.5 rushing yards. That's easy. And he thought he hit on it, and they didn't realize it was 10.5 rush attempts. He was like,
Oh no!
Because he's like an old guy, so he has the super zoomed in phone where all the font's huge. So we didn't see
Yeah.
that it was
saw the
rush
10 and a
attempts.
half on his screen.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's
"Yes."
easy. And he didn't hit it until the third or fourth quarter. He's like, got it. And then later we realized it was not good.
Oh no. Well, listen, you can tail us or you can fade us, but use promo code RTS no matter what. All right, listen, let's get back to the show. Let's hit up the 5th member right here. And the gentleman you have a bet with here, Michael. Big Jags fan. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing fine, Jax. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I think I'm about to win me a jersey, though.
Not so fast, my friend. We still got lots of weeks to play, so we'll see what happens.
He's not doing it. But anyways, I have a question for Derek and UCF.
Yeah.
And do you guys think y'all should dual live stream the game if it's for the division? Because I know Derek live streams every Sunday, so we y'all might as well just make this a duel, and I'll join it. We'll make it a try.
I mean, it would be fun, but I do the games with my family. It'd be too hard to.
I
it'd be too hard to
understand
do.
that. It would be better and it'd be an easier understanding if the Colts were playing the Jags for the final game of the year and it came down to that. But we're playing Houston at the end of the year, so.
I mean, it would be fun in theory, but I got my own setup and stuff, and
I'd be too drunk in my streams, Derek. I'm sorry.
And also, I don't know. And also, wouldn't that be hard to sync up the games to make sure you're on? I don't know how.
Yeah,
people do it.
you gotta
You gotta get an
because even if you're
antenna, bro.
watching it on
I
the
have an
same
antenna.
At
thing-
Walmart.
I
20
have an
at
antenna.
Walmart.
I'm
I have
still
an antenna.
scared. I'm not as hyped as UCF on the Jaguars because I remember a couple of seasons ago we beat the Chargers 38-3, and we always
week 3.
yeah we always beat the crap out of the Chargers. So I'm still kind of scared a little bit.
Big Jags fan, don't come here and talk that stuff.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just speaking the truth.
Get your chest out. I got my chest out. Am
Yeah.
I coming next
Be
week?
strong for UCF.
I might
And
come, I might
kinda
come in next week and
I'm
be
kinda
looking
scared
at how
for the
high our
Chiefs,
second round
too.
pick is, but
I'm scared for
Sorry.
the Chiefs too because they're horrible. I don't think they could beat the Colts, to be honest with you.
Oh, the Chiefs have not been great this year against winning football teams. That's for sure.
That's right. They're 0-5 against winning football teams, and then if you look at the media, they have them as the 5th best team in the NFL. It makes no sense to me. I don't know why they keep doing that.
Well,
it's just
it's because
They're the
it's because
Chiefs,
it's
man.
the media. They love Patrick Mahomes. There's a hidden contract that the devil has working on all of them. So.
Nah, I'm just playing. The Colts
why
are
they-
getting
that's why they came out
whooped,
with him.
Derek. I was just playing. The Colts are getting whooped. The Jaguars are back, baby.
Oh my
We're
god.
back.
All right, there we go. There we go. Big
He don't
Jags
even
fan
believe
coming
that.
in.
He don't even believe that.
I do believe it. We're back. We just whooped the Chargers and Justin Herbert. He was supposed to be
Congratulations. We whooped the
I think we've
Chargers
all
and
whooped
Justin Herbert. The only difference is we beat them in SoFi.
That's true.
I beat him in the playoffs.
We did too.
I didn't do shit.
Yeah,
Even Michael's team almost beat him.
Michael's
man.
team
Come on.
covered the spread.
Oh man.
That's
Did
like
you
a win
cover the
nowadays.
spread?
That's a win nowadays. Yeah, we'll take that. That's a victory, guys. That's a victory.
But in all honesty, I think this coaching staff's one of the best we've ever seen in Jacksonville. Whenever I think Doug Peterson was a coach, we would have unraveled like a couple years ago. But
Oh, definitely.
this coaching staff, they said came in and put belt to ass to all the players all week, and they were quiet in the locker room. They didn't know what to say. I don't think the coaching staffs in the past would have done that. They would just let them get away with it.
No, definitely. I mean, that's why this team is different, and it's happened this so many times where even just in games where the Jaguars are going to lose this one, and then they somehow pull out with a win. You know, that's just we're not really used to that, and especially here, like I was ready for the implosion after what happened last week because that's usually when the Jaguars start to implode. But
That's what we're used to.
yeah, it was kind of crazy the way we came out and just beat them on all sides of the ball. I mean, we just
And luckily
straight up
Jacoby
ass whooped them.
Brissett had his record game. Like he set the NFL record for most completions. So I'm glad that happened last week. So then he'll fall back down to earth. And I got the
he's
Jaguars.
been hooping, though. Be careful. He's been hooping.
No, I got
mean-
the Jaguars sacking him 10 times. We're going to win 37-3. And I got the the Chiefs beating the Colts 13-10. And then I got the Texans beating the Bills 17-14.
10, brother.
Hey.
Come on, dude. That ain't even a realistic score. You know it.
They
No,
just beat the
Daniel
Broncos by
Jones
that
is
score, right?
pumpkined out.
They
He's
lost
turned
on-
back to a pumpkin, man. Look at all the picks he's
First
thrown
of
in the
all,
past
the
2
Chiefs
games.
can't stop the Colts from scoring to only 10. And second of all, the Colts are not going to hold the Chiefs to 13, okay? It's not going to
Yeah,
happen.
they are. Y'all got that good secondary with Sauce Gardner now, remember?
Bro, he is ass, bro. He's
All right, Big Jags fan. We appreciate you, brother, coming in with your predictions as always. We'll see how it plays out. All right.
I want a Travis Hunter jersey from Michael.
You're going to get a Titans little brother jersey with a number 2 on it.
Nice. I love it. All right, man. Have a good one. Good call. Good call. Blake Bortles. Wow. All right. Let's get to these super chats real quick. Colts, Davis Mills has never won a game against a non-AFC South team as the Texans' leading passer. He's 0-19 in such games. Did you write this, Eric? I feel like this is a
I did not write that. Even I couldn't come up with a stat.
I don't think that's true.
It might be true. I have no idea.
Well, we're going to need him in 2 weeks. We're going to need him in 2 weeks if the Jags, if my
Somebody just
prediction comes
looked
out
up
right.
all of Davis Mills' last 20 starts and just figured out what the wins were in that regard. So
Sam says the Colts are sitting comfy, but should be wary. Week 14 and 15 could shake up the divisional positions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Patrick says, can't wait for the Colts to give the Jags and Texans a BTA this year. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't wait.
If the Colts collapse and don't win this division, that's
it's gonna get real
go down to the
nasty in
edges.
this
Yeah,
chat. I'm gonna tell you that. It's gonna be real nasty.
I just might not show up, to be honest with you. I may just
It's been lame because the only big matchups on this roundtable so far have been between the Jags and Texans. Derek's been over here. Derek's been over here circle jerking with the Cardinals, and we're over here playing hard games.
Well, you guys get to join the
Raiders.
circle jerk this week, right?
Oh my gosh.
Titan says, Dalton, great win against the Bolts. Y'all still trading Trevor to the Jets?
No, I think that conversation's being had on the AFC West roundtable with Justin Herbert.
There we go. Oh, gosh. Here we go. Sam says this guy had no faith in his team as if that wasn't you in the offseason, Derek. Derek did say they would get to like 9 wins and he was laughed off the stage. I remember that. I do.
Well, no,
remember
we
that
laughed him off the stage because he was like, we suck. We have no hope for the year. This is going to be awful. I've never been less excited. Daniel Jones sucks. And he's like, gives a prediction. And he's like 9-8 or 10-7.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, so what are they? Are they terrible?
Still doesn't do anything for you. Do you go 9-8? That still doesn't do anything for you. because we've been 9-8 for the last like 5 freaking years.
Yeah, but it gives you a lot of hope in Anthony Richardson.
No,
8
it doesn't.
quarters.
I have no faith in Anthony Richardson going forward. None. Not until he shows me something. Other than the fact that he can't, that he can stop getting injured.
I'm just so disappointed in what Indiana Jones has done for your Anthony Richardson narrative.
You know what? Narratives are meant to die. Okay, they're meant to die at some point.
For Ruben, do you want the Texans to keep their staff?
If you're talking about offensive staff, no, they can all go. This offense is still not good. You having problems on the offensive line, no surprise there. Nick Caley, this New England Patriots system, it just doesn't work with CJ Stroud.
So a third staff in 3 years? I don't know about that, man.
Man, it's not looking good.
Hey, it's worked for Baker Mayfield. He's had a new offensive coordinator every year of his career. Cryovic says, might just be me, but regardless of how the rest of the season goes, I'm just happy the Colts will be playing meaningful football in December.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, that can be appreciated because I was watching that Raiders-Cowboys game last night. I'm like, I'm just so glad I'm not in this spot where I have to have this dilemma of do I root to win or do I want draft picks? It's right. It's honestly it's a terrible spot to be in because I'm always team draft picks and I hate rooting for the team to lose, but I do it for the greater good.
Yeah, I definitely feel it. Billy says I'd love an AFC South Roundtable NFL draft stream.
I think we're all on Bleacher Report.
Yeah. I was gonna say you guys are all are on Bleacher Report for that. From what
I might not even stream the first day anyway because my team doesn't even pick anywhere in the first round. So
neither do we.
Oh, you don't either. Oh, okay,
it's true.
I'm headlining the bitch, so there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Michael's on the thumbnail.
Patrick says can't wait for the Cardinals to beat the Jags and Dalton becomes a Debbie Downer again.
Oh, those Cardinals,
that would be
they're tricky. They're
Jacoby
tricky.
Brissett had the most meaningless, crazy stat ever. Did y'all see that? Where he had 47 completions,
most in a game ever. Yeah, tied for the most
in a game ever, and yet it was lost. And I'm like, that is so wild to think that Jacoby Brissett did that.
I mean, that's how
although they had no Marvin Harrison Jr. last week. He might be back this week. So and same with Will Johnson. Those guys come back and it could change things.
They can take another break. They can wrestle longer if they want.
Mario says Colts versus Jags December 28th will decide the division and be flexed to Sunday Night Football. Book it. The flexing thing is what always gets me. I feel like they just don't flex games. They're annoying with that.
They don't flex them until late in the year, but it's like just flex the good games. I mean,
well, honestly, the game they won't flex it if it's like, for example, if Dallas is playing like the Giants, they're not going to flex that because they love those markets.
Yeah.
But if it's like for example, the Jaguars were playing like the Eagles a couple years ago, and no, I think it was just last year, and the Jaguars were bad, so they're like, yeah, we're booting them out of there. So they'll boot out the small market teams and make way. So I don't know what we'd have to take a look at what game is that weekend. But if it's a marquee matchup, they're not going to move them down.
Man, y'all remember those Blake Bortles and Marcus Mariota Thursday night color rush matchups?
Oh yeah, the Power Ranger uniforms. Those were some crazy times, man.
Good times. Absolutely love it. Well, listen. Sponsor number 2 would be Rotowire. Use promo code RTS to get 15% off. And if you play fantasy football at all, you should definitely be using Rotowire. And if you are on Sleeper doing the more or lesses like us, you also should be using Rotowire because you can go to picks and props. You can go to daily fantasy football. You can then choose your app. Hopefully that's Sleeper. And then they've got an AI algorithm that is going to help you make your picks week in and week out. And we talked about that running game Thursday Night Football. Listen, they got James Cook more than 68.5 rushing yards, and they're very, very confident in that. They've got Davis Mills under 229.5 passing yards, also very confident in that. Here's the one that gets me, though, because we went with the more here. Let's see who's better. Is it Ruben or is it the AI? Because AI says Nico Collins is not going to get more than 76.5 receiving yards. We will see about that. But either way,
I'll take on Skynet.
promo code RTS to get your 15% off of Rotowire, aka Skynet. All right, listen, let's talk about the upcoming week's games. We got some great ones. We're going to start with Thursday Night Football. Texans versus the Bills. Thursday Night Football, primetime game. Derek, I'm going to start with you on this one. How do you see this one playing out, brother?
Oh, man, it's a tough one. I usually give credit on the Thursday night games to those that are at home because it's usually a little bit easier to handle that sort of thing. And Ruben was right. I mean, even though realistically you look at this game and you think, oh, the Bills are so much more explosive offensively than the Texans are. I mean, it definitely is an interesting little tidbit because the Texans just seem to find a way to slow down the Buffalo Bills in that regard. And Davis Mills, it's going to be his third straight games, and he knows that it's going to be there for him. So that has it going for him there. I'll go with the Texans here. I don't know why, but I'll pick the Texans. I'll say 21-20.
Wow.
21-20 Texans. I love the score prediction. All right. Dalton, do you agree? Texans versus the Bills, Thursday Night Football. Who do you have winning this one?
Yeah, I got to give a lot of love to the Houston Texans after they set the Jaguars up here where, the Jaguars are going to get their redemption arc because of them. So this one's tricky, because Texans have such a good defense, but man, when Josh Allen and the Bills are cooking, it's hard to stop them. Of course, the history isn't good. So you know what? I'll give the Texans a W here. I'll give them the W over the Bills. I'll say it's going to be 17-13.
Ooh, you hold Josh Allen to 13 points, man. That would be very impressive.
And then this quarterback controversy is about to get... I mean, Davis Mills might get a contract extension next week.
And honestly, God, if they do win and Mills doesn't look terrible, they should just keep playing him. And honest to God, they should. Because, I mean, Mills has been responsible for the majority of the wins the last few weeks.
A conversation will be had. That's for damn sure.
Man, I don't know about that one. All right, Michael, talk to me. Who wins this one, Texans or the Bills on Thursday Night Football?
I mean, Thursday Night Football, historically, both teams seem to just struggle getting started. So defensively, I see it being a great matchup. I think both offenses are going to struggle getting started out of the gate. I think they'll start picking up a little bit of momentum in the second half. I see this as a low-scoring affair. The defenses are going to make this a challenging one. But, Ruben, hold on to your hair. 13-10 overtime Texans.
It's funny. You kind of took my steam there because I was going to say something about his hair when I went to him, but now I don't have to. All right, Ruben. And it looks good. I mean, it's not even like to call you out. The hair looks phenomenal, man. It looks really, really good. So, it was going to be a compliment. But either way, your Texans are on Thursday Night Football facing the Bills. It's been a house of horrors for Josh Allen there in NRG Stadium. So talk to me about your Houston Texans. Do you think they can get it done again this week? No Jalen Petrie, no CJ Stroud. Maybe it won't matter, though. Talk to me.
Yeah, you know what? Why the hell not? Davis Mills is 2-0 in his last two games. And the fact that you have climbed out of this 0-3 hole. The game is in Houston. Josh Allen, last time in Houston, 9 of 30, 131 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. It was his only stain on his MVP campaign. Whenever opposing quarterbacks play in Houston, they play horrible. There's no other way to put it. The Houston Texans defensive record speaks for themselves in the H. The only question is, can Davis Mills do enough to get the Houston Texans the win? Both teams are banged up right now. I'm going to go 17-14 Houston Texans. It's going to be a Kaimi Fairbairn game-winning field goal. You have to get Josh Allen on his back. You have to create turnovers. You're going to have to score on defense to win this football game.
Is Fairbairn back?
So he was practicing today. So
they didn't rule him out. We know that. So it looks like he just might be back. So there I don't know.
Ruben's been pretty off about the injury sheet today. I'll say that.
No. But no, Kaimi is one of the best kickers in the NFL, so hopefully he is good to go.
He is a very, very good kicker for sure. All right, let's talk about the Colts at the Chiefs, man. Very, very desperate game for the Kansas City Chiefs. Back against the wall. Can the Colts put the nail in the coffin of these Kansas City Chiefs? That would be a phenomenal thing for everybody. I think anybody who's not an AFC South fan of the other teams is definitely rooting for the Colts to beat the Chiefs here. It would be an amazing thing. So, Michael, let me ask you, Colts, Chiefs, 1 p.m. Eastern at Arrowhead. Who do you have winning this game?
I mean, you look at the Chiefs right now, they're just going through just a whole ordeal. I think you're starting to see exhaustion set in from a team that's had multiple playoff runs and Super Bowl runs, and it's starting to show. And I mean, that happens with every team that goes on a tear like that. You know, is it surprising that the Chiefs are going through this? A little bit of yes, a little bit of no. But at the same time, you kind of felt that eventually age is going to start showing up, inexperience is going to start showing up with some of the younger guys replacing some of the guys that they ended up letting go through contract extensions and whatnot. But I would have to say Indy comes in this with a great advantage. They're coming off a bye week. Everybody's going to be healthy for the most part. So I think you just take advantage of a team situation to where they've got a lot of questions going on. I think the Chiefs play a good defensive game, but I think ultimately the Colts win this game. So give me the Colts 21-17.
Colts to beat the Chiefs. You got to love it. All right. Dalton, I think I know where you're leaning on this one, but now I got to get the official score prediction. Was it just excitement earlier? Or are you going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game?
Yeah, it was not excitement. I am all juiced up. I'm predicting the future, guys. I got the I told you guys I got the script. But yeah, with the Colts playing against Steve Spagnuolo, he's going to take away the run game. So Jonathan Taylor, they're going to do their best to limit his abilities. And it's going to be Daniel Jones that will have to really take over this game and give it, spread it out to some of their playmakers. The Chiefs will be that pest that will always be in the playoff picture. Maybe they sneak into a wild card. Maybe they're back in the hunt. But I don't think they're down and out just yet. I am going to pick the Chiefs to win this one. I'm going to go a little bit. I'm going to go 21-20. It'll be close.
Okay, that's fair. I think that's totally fair. Ruben, what about you, man? Who do you have winning this game? Colts or Chiefs?
This is where I have to start hate watching and looking what others have to do now that I am back in the 500 role. I am actually rooting for the Indianapolis Colts. Derek, shut up!
All right.
I'm rooting for the Indianapolis Colts because I am in a wild card race with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm right now am not looking at the division. I am looking at the wild card spot. So for that point, I need the Indianapolis Colts to drop the Kansas City Chiefs. I just don't think Daniel Jones is going to be able to do it. So JT is going to be doing what he's been doing all year, and that's running away with the MVP. So I'm going Indianapolis Colts 24, Chiefs 21.
So angry.
Derek did not expect that.
Derek just needs to just relax, bro.
My bad.
Ruben, you guys still get a head-to-head against the Chiefs, man. You guys had the chance to own the tiebreaker. You don't have to root for the.
I gotta. Yeah, but I mean, beat them though. You beat them though, Dawson. So I have to match up with your record towards the end.
Oh, we smacked their ass. So,
I mean, I wouldn't say smack. You gave it like a little.
Trevor Lawrence literally fell on his ass to win the game.
That's what I'm saying. It was a little love tap.
He fell on his ass to win the game. So we literally slapped that ass.
Chris Jones just said, "I don't want to do this shit no more."
Yeah, he did take a little PTO play there, but it's all good. It helped us win. I mean, look, the Colts got leverage against the Broncos, helped them win. So you take what you can get, right?
Damn.
I mean, if he's gonna discount my Chiefs victory on Monday Night Football, I'm gonna tell him that you guys got a little love tap from the long snapper, right? A win is a win. I'm never gonna take away credit from a win.
The Dolphins, the Titans, the Raiders, the Cardinals,
it's scary.
The Titans.
He's been ducking us. He's been ducking us, bro.
Bro, please. Dude, we're not gonna play the Colts till November 30th.
Yeah, we don't play them until December.
It's another just
They're ducking
2
us.
weeks, baby. Just 2 more weeks, and we're there.
Dude, I gotta say, bro, like your last month and a half of the season, Texans, Jaguars,
it's
Seahawks,
tough, man.
Niners.
We don't
Jaguars,
face a single opponent that's lower than a 500 record. So
I'm telling you, I think the new owner for the Colts, she's got a little bit of sexy in her. I think she did some persuading to the NFL commissioner, saying, "Hey, we want to duck these guys, push us until the end. We want to be inflated. We want our record to be inflated like crazy." That's what they say.
4-3. As long as you go 4-3, you guys are for sure making the play. In fact, 3-4, you still probably make the playoffs. Right. Yeah, you will make the playoffs. 3-4. Derek, all right, talk to me about this game. Kansas City Chiefs. I know it's the big bad Chiefs. You guys are trying to put them away. It's a must win for them. Do you feel like the Colts can get it done?
Yeah, I absolutely believe that the Colts can get it done. I mean, you're coming off of a bye, so you had a lot more opportunities to take some more film into account, and you got to watch what Denver did this last week against Kansas City, apply that to your game plan, and hopefully be able to get Charvarius Ward back hopefully this week. And yeah, I mean, again, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're just not the same Kansas City Chiefs. They're still a good football team, but they haven't really been able to stop the run much this year. They are like near the bottom 10 in stopping the run this year. So if you are going to be able to win this game, you want to obviously be able to run the football in this one. And you just got to keep Daniel Jones upright. I don't know what exactly all needs to be done. Obviously, the last few weeks, the Colts have not done a great job at protecting Daniel Jones. They need to do a better job of that going forward. But I believe that Shane Steichen will get that figured out and be able to handle that situation. So I do think the Colts can shock the NFL world, as you would say, in Arrowhead. Give me the Colts 28-24.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, let's move on to the Titans versus the Seahawks coming up on Sunday, the 1 p.m. Eastern time slot. We can bypass this one. Just raise your hand if you think the Titans are going to win, and then we'll discuss that. No? Okay. Then, Michael, we'll go to you. Where Titans, Seahawks, give me the reason why the Titans are not going to win this game.
Well, first off, this segment is brought to you by Vraylar because the Titans. Regardless.
Oh, terrible.
Regardless, let's go ahead and just hit this out of the park. Hi, Clint Kubiak. Come here for a second. Just come here. It's just you and me. How's it going? The Seahawks have looked phenomenal this way. I know you're going to beat us 34-17, which is fine. That's fine. But we're looking for a head coach, and I'm very high on you. So let me just put it to you this way. We need a guy. I think you might be the guy. Please, give us watchable football. I need to come on a show and have something to talk about that's worth talking about. I'm tired of coming on a show and not having something positive to talk about. But I digress. Just think about it. I know the owner's a little batshit crazy, but we'll deal with that. Cam Ward.
80
I'm going to say.
stank.
Cam Ward.
You came across a little
Shut up,
desperate.
Ruben! I'm trying to sell something here.
Came across a little desperate. We'll work on the sales pitch before Sunday rolls around. We'll get you dialed in, Michael. We'll get you dialed in. We'll get Kubiak over there in Tennessee if you want him, all right?
Shout out to Clint. He was dating when he was living here in Houston. He was dating my boy's friend's sister. Shout out to Clint Kubiak.
Oh, Clint Kubiak. There we go. Dating Ruben's friend's sister's cousin's something.
Son
All
of
right,
Gary
anyways,
Kubiak. Son of Gary Kubiak.
Yes,
Kubiak
the
system we
great
know.
Kubiak, yes.
Man, that system is so great.
Nasty. All right. Jags versus Cardinals, 4 p.m. Eastern. I think Marvin Harrison's going to be back. Will Johnson might be back. Jacoby Brisket, as they call him, throwing for 400-plus yards and getting 47 completions. There might be a path to victory for the Cardinals. Maybe, maybe not. Michael, talk to me about this one. Who do you have winning Jags, Cardinals, 4 p.m. Eastern time slot?
I said they were going to lose. I raised my hand.
Oh, okay.
No, I just want to see Dalton's look, but you know,
He's like, oh,
take it easy, man. You're a little froze. It's okay.
You don't
He's
think
mad.
the Jaguars will lose this weekend. I swear, bro.
Please,
swear.
please
Try
do.
me. Try me.
Swear to me. No, I got
All
the
right, what's the
Jaguars.
score prediction?
I got the Jags winning 27-10.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Ruben, now's your chance, man. Talk about hate watching.
I
Let's
was
go
just
all
about to
in.
bring that up. Like, I have to start hate watching. I picked the Jacksonville Jaguars last week, so I feel like I gave them a little bit of love. No, I have Jacoby Brissett going out there and airing out the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. They're gonna have to air it out because the Jacksonville Jaguars defense can can stop the run pretty effectively. I have this being a dumb game, though, a dumb game by both teams. I'm gonna go 21-17. Arizona Cardinals, and then next week Dalton will be on a cruise with the Robon, talking about how he's over and done with this team.
I'm disappointed,
love it.
my friend. I'm disappointed.
I gotta start hate
Derek,
watching.
I'm thinking about
Talk
starting
to
a
me.
burner account and spamming the chat after something like that.
I know that dude's ridiculous. Can we permanently ban him?
I mean,
Hey,
we
we've-
can, but he'll have a new burner account every week. It doesn't
Yeah,
really
literally,
matter.
yeah.
He's got
Yeah,
I
I make it
banned
pretty
him
easily.
earlier, so hopefully he just doesn't show up again. If I see him again, I'll ban him again.
I mean, if
Um,
he likes us, why keep him? Just let him go.
Just throw a chat,
Let him do
a super chat in.
Yeah, throw a super chat. Yeah.
Give me a little Slim Jim, some,
But,
some slight.
yeah, man, I'm hate watching too, but I don't think that the Cardinals will beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Even with some of the injuries that they got going on. I mean, right now the Cardinals are one-dimensional, extremely one-dimensional. They obviously the Jags haven't been too great recently at stopping the pass, but had a fairly good time doing it last week. So again, it just all depends on which Jaguars team you're going to get. So I still think the Jags will win this one. I think it'll be 27-17.
Oh, all right. Dalton, give me your score prediction, man.
Yeah, for this one, the Cardinals are not a team to take lightly. They I think the record is 3-7, but I mean they're one of those teams that it's kind of similar to the Raiders, where like they're a bad team, but they have a good amount of good players. So if you don't get the pressure on Jacoby Brissett, he is going to be able to wheel and deal. He's got guys to throw the ball to. Trey McBride, incredible tight end. Marvin Harrison Jr. will probably be back. So definitely not a team to take lightly. But I don't think the Jaguars will, just because they know the situation that they're in. They need to keep winning. They're not in any kind of position to overlook anybody. I do think that this game might be kind of tight. So I'll say the Jaguars win this one. I'll say 28-24.
I like it. Respectable. All right, big Jags fan coming in. Fifth member of the panel says Texans taking the Colts wild card spot.
That would be nasty.
That'd be crazy.
That would be nasty work. Titan says, I asked ChatGPT what's the spread for the Seahawks versus Titans. It replied, cheeks.
Oof. Oof.
It ain't wrong.
It ain't wrong. All right, y'all. Listen, we had a hell of a week 11. I look forward to a great week 12, getting closer and closer to some division matchups starting next week. Cannot wait for this. Chiefs versus Colts is going to be a barn burner. Jags, can they keep rolling? And Davis Mills, can he continue the quarterback controversy? Titans might be able to talk to their new head coach during this game. We'll see. We'll get Michael all ready to go to sell Kubiak on becoming the Tennessee Titans ex-head coach. But until then, for Dalton, Michael, Ruben, and Derek, I'm your host, Jesse. Same time, same place next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Until then, much love and peace.
Move on.
I know.